Okay, our second part of this pencil holder is to move the small cylinder into the big one. To do that, we go back to our home bar, tab, select our move command, or you can type in M, enter. We select the small cylinder, we click enter, and the move point will be right under it. So you have two center circles. What you want to do is select the bottom center. You can zoom in. Sometimes the edges help get a better view, so you can see those two dots. I'm going to click the bottom one, zoom out, and rotate around until I see the inside of the big cylinder. And again, I want to select the center. So there you go. And I think it's what I was looking for, or it might have not been. I might have had made a mistake with the height, but that's alright. We'll use what we have right now. So we have two cylinders. Well, our next step is to create a spline at a specified right or front or back or left side view. So I'm going to use the front view. Now, to create the spline on this view, you can see the Z coordinate and X coordinate is showing right now. We do not want that. What we want to see is X and Y. So we can select that UCS and just rotate it around so the Z is facing us. And we see both Y and X. Now it's going to create a actual drawing on that view, which is the bottom view right now. I'm going to select the spline command. I'm going to turn off my ortho so it gives me a little more free play. And I'm going to create a unique design. Something like that. And I click space or enter to exit the command. Next, I rotate around. You can see it's a little farther away from the cylinder than I was hoping, but that's okay. What we're going to do next is extrude the line to create a surface. You take the extrude command, select the line, enter, extend it out pretty far as long as it goes through the cylinder. If by chance your surface is away from the cylinder like this, it's okay. We can just move it using the arrows like so until you have it somewhere at the center of the cylinder. It's a little tricky, so you might want to do is use the move command, select a point, and select the point on that cylinder so it snaps it. So you have somewhat of a feel to where it's located. There we go. After some trouble, I got it finally into the cylinder. What we want to do next is use the slice command, which is up here in your home tab. Slice, it's a little knife. We select the object to slice, which is the outside cylinder. And then we click enter because that's all we want to slice. Next option is so many. It's planar object, surface, z-axis. We're not going to draw the slice line. What we want to do is use the surface. So we're going to click S for surface, or you can type in S, enter, and we select that spline that became a surface, like so. Now it's going to ask us to keep both. I recommend yes, so you click enter. That way you can keep both and not accidentally turn the one that you want to keep deleting it. So we'll move these parts away. Not going to delete them for now. And we end up with a cut piece like so. So I'm happy with what I have. I'm going to delete my surface because it jumbles up the drawing. And I have something like this. It's a kind of pencil holder. The top piece, this is optional. I'm going to leave it just for fun on the side. So our next step will be to cut little holes, different shapes into the cylinder to create a unique design. To do that, we have to go back to playing around with the UCS. So right now I have X and Y right here. So I'm going to get to bottom view where X and Y is still seen. I'll draw a drawing. Do a simple circle first. I'm going to do a circle up here. I'm going to move it down using the blue arrow, or you can use the move command and use ortho. So I have a circle here, but if I rotate, it's in a different location. Again, that's okay. I'm going to extrude this circle out all the way through the cylinder. And now I'm going to use the subtract command, which is right here. Or you can type in subtract, enter, select subtract, select the object to subtract from, which is the small cylinder, click enter, and then you select the object you're subtracting, which is this cylinder right here. So you click enter. And it creates a cutout. So to do another shape on a different side view, what you can do is either rotate this UCX so that, oh, it gets a little tricky here. I'm going to turn on ortho, helps me coordinate exactly where the X and Y coordinate system is. And let's see, we had that one, so I'm going to go with the Z axis this way. So you get a feel of it once you play around, because that X and Y is the exact location which the plane you'll be drawing your items. So you gotta keep that in mind. Right now it's still at the bottom, but it's facing a different location on the cylinder. So this time I'm going to use a polygon. I select polygon. It's going to ask me for how many sides. I want 8 sides. And then it says center of the polygon, so I want it somewhere around here. And inscribed or circumscribed, don't worry about that. Each one will be fine. And then you could just scale it down, or you can type in the size. Because if you snap on it, might be too big, so maybe you're safer to pick a size. Now to do that, you can see that it says 1.446. If I move it out a little bit more, it gets bigger. So that gives me an idea what I can type in to get a size I'm looking for. So I'm going to type in 0.75. Okay, it's somewhere in there. Oh, there it is. It's a little bit bigger than I was hoping. That's alright. So a new skill we'll learn is scaling. There's a scale command up here. You select the scale command, you select the object you're scaling from, you select a center point of it, and then you type in either a percentage or you just click. I usually do percentage, that way I know what size I'm doing. So if I do 0.5, it gives me half the size. And I can do that again. 0.5. And that's the size I'm looking for. So I'm going to extrude this out. This time I'm going to type it out, EXT, select the object, extrude out, move it into a location on the top cylinder, and again, subtract command. So select subtract, select the cylinder, enter, select the object to subtract, like so. So what I need you guys to do next is create a lot more holes. These are just 2 holes given. You can subtract only one side and leave the other side open. It doesn't have to be all the way through like I have it shown. And that would create a unique designed pencil holder. That concludes that tutorial.